The Tennessee Titans have made the playoffs for the first time in this series, as today we host the 11-6 Los Angeles Chargers here in the wild card round. The Titans have a major uphill battle in front of them, considering this Chargers team might be the hottest team in the NFL. They have been on fire, winning 6 in a row, scoring over 200 points in that 6-week span. So if you look at the trajectory that they are on compared to the trajectory that we are on, losing 2 of our last 3 games, I think we really come into this game as a major underdog, despite the fact that we had a really good season, winning 11 games. We won the division. But obviously this season was filled with a lot of ups and downs really since the start. The team has been very streaky throughout the year. I think that'd be the best way of putting it. We started off 4-1, then we lost 3 in a row, and then we won 6 in a row to push us up to 10-4. But we've lost 2 of our last 3 to 2 pretty bad teams with the Panthers and the Texans. And obviously, we've got a dilemma at quarterback with Malik Willis getting injured back in Week 14 and undrafted rookie Garrett Pace starting for us today. Rookie quarterbacks do not have great track records in the playoffs, especially undrafted rookies who have played 4 total games for us. But that's not to say we're going to be making excuses for ourselves. If we win this game, it's going to be because we were the tougher team, more physical at the line of scrimmage. But the Chargers are on the biggest streak in the NFL. Obviously, as I said, they've won 6 in a row. They've scored the second most points in the league. They're a really good road team, but on the flip side, we're a really good home team, with our only home loss being this past week against the Houston Texans. One of the Chargers' 2 road losses was back in Week 4 against us. We've beaten the Chargers already back at our place. But things have changed a lot for both of these teams since Week 4. The Chargers have not lost since Week 11, and as you can see, they have scored a whole lot of points during their 6-game win streak. Everything seems to be going well right now for the Chargers, which is why they're everybody's sexy upset pick, to where they're not even really an upset. So we're going to still try to be confident here. We don't need to necessarily ruffle their feathers and say something we shouldn't. But we want to come into this game with some confidence. Even though right now the Chargers do look like the better team, I think this squad is well equipped to be playing in January. So again, we're not going to guarantee the win. We're not going to say something foolish and try to fire the Chargers up even more. But we also recognize how big of an opportunity this is, being our, first playoff game. As you can see, morale is high with the Chargers. Everybody is playing well, including the young star quarterback, Justin Herbert, who, in case you've been living under a rock the past 4 years, this guy's really, really good at football. This year in particular, he's had his best season yet with an 105.2 passer rating, 5,100 yards, and 44 passing touchdowns. He is likely going to break the bank within the next year. The Chargers roster has plenty of talent. If you look at their skill position players, Eckler, Allen, Williams, Quez Watkins, who torched us back in Week 4, and then their defense is phenomenal. Derwin James is the best safety in all of football, in my opinion, and he's one of the best defensive players in the league, period, this year with 6 interceptions. He's best season yet. They've got talented corners, they've got a pretty good defensive line, and oh yeah, on the edge they have Joey Bosa and then Khalil Mack. Mack in particular is the name to watch because he is on an unbelievable tear since the bye week. Since Week 14, which was when the Chargers were off, so pretty much in the Chargers' last 4 games, Khalil Mack has 10 sacks, putting him at 20.5 on the year. So he's playing his best football right now, and with his 4-sack game against the Raiders last week, Khalil Mack has passed Harold Landry and won the AFC Defensive Player of the Year. As much as I would like to say Landry deserves it because he's been great, Khalil Mack outsacked him by like 7. So I get why Mack won the award. But again, as we look at this team, I think this is a squad who is ready for the moment. We knew that we were going to be in the playoffs really for most of the second half of the year. With how bad our division is, we were the second team in the NFL to clinch a playoff spot. So because of that, we've known that we're going to be a playoff team. So I think that kind of prepares us a little bit more. But how much preparation do we really have with an undrafted rookie quarterback playing in this game with Garrett Pace? I will say, if we're going to be optimistic with Pace, last year at Georgia Tech, the 2 biggest games of their season, the ACC Championship against Florida State, Pace dominated. In the Orange Bowl against Arkansas, Pace dominated. So Big-time players play well in big-time games. That's sort of the hope I have with Garrett Pace, that he just produces more when the games matter more. But we're really going to focus on running the ball today. Derrick Henry is probably going to get the ball a lot. If we win this game because of our offense, it would probably be because of Derrick Henry. So let's not waste any more time. Let's stop the chatter. Let's stop the anticipation. Let's get into it. The 2024 Wild Card Round is here, as the Los Angeles Chargers travel out to Nashville to face off against our Tennessee Titans for a spot in the divisional round on the line. The winner of this game does not know who they will be playing, since this is the first playoff game amongst AFC teams, so we will find that out at the end of the episode, regardless of who wins. The Chargers will open up on offense. We'll get a look at the former Oregon Duck, Justin Herbert, as he leads his group out onto the field. 2nd and 9 for the Chargers from the 38. It's a handoff up the middle for Austin Eckler. Gets a solid gain, getting the first down. Eckler is a really talented running back, known for his ability in the pass game, but he's a really strong runner as well. From the 47 now, Herbert drops back to throw it. He connects with Keenan Allen, the veteran, who gets it to the 40. Keenan Allen's been in this league a while. He's been a high-level player for upwards of a decade at this point, still producing. First down, back to Keenan Allen, breaking a tackle, stumbles forward, and he'll bring it to the 23 for a gain of 17. The Chargers' offense is moving it really well down the field right now, as it's now a 3rd and 3 for Herbert and the fellas. Justin Herbert looks for the end zone. It's caught for a touchdown by guess who? Keenan Allen. The Titans' pass defense has been pretty good this year, but they got cooked last week by Davis Mills. And here on this first possession, well, they got cooked by Justin Herbert. If Davis Mills is going to throw for 450 yards on this team, then who knows what Justin Herbert's capable of. So now we get to see Garrett Pace and the Titans offense. 2nd and 3, handoff for Derrick Henry. Breaks the tackle for Mack. Henry shrugging defenders as he gets a nice gain of about 8. A really hard-fought run for Derrick Henry as it's now 2nd and 10. Pace under pressure. Floats it up for Scotty Pickens, who hauls it in. Breaking tackles to the 32. Pickens has had an outstanding rookie season as he makes another great play there for the Titans. 2nd and 5 at the 27. Pace looks to throw it again. Looking back for Scotty Pickens, who hauls it into the 10. Regardless if it's Malik Willis or Garrett Pace in at quarterback, the one thing that is for certain is that Scotty Pickens is going to make plays. 3rd and 3. Pace looking for Foster Moreau, but the pass is offline and complete, so the Titans will bring out the field goal team. Randy Bullock with a 20-yard chip shot field goal, easier than an extra point, and he splits the upright. So the Titans are on the board as it is 7-3. You could have rationalized them going for it at the 3-yard line, but Tennessee didn't want to really get too cute. They just wanted to put points on the board. So the Chargers have it back. 3rd and 5. Herbert is sacked. David Long, the linebacker, quickly enters the backfield to bring him down. That'll force a punt, and the Titans get it back here late in the first quarter. 2nd and 8. Pace looks to throw it. He goes up the middle for Scotty Pickens, who's off to a busy start today. He gets it to the 30. Pickens has been the go-to guy, and with the Titans' run game kind of struggling so far, they've really relied on Scotty Pickens in the pass game. 7-3, your score through 1. The Chargers are on top, but the Titans are driving. 3rd and 9, Pace incomplete for Moreau. He was under a lot of pressure. The field goal unit is back now. 46-yard try for Fat Randy. He will again split the uprights. A good start here for Randy Bullock. He is 2 for 2, and it is now a 7-6 ball game. So the Chargers have the ball back here at the 42-yard line. 2nd and 4. Pass is caught by Quez Watkins. You're not going to beat him in a foot race. He'll take this one the distance for a 58-yard touchdown, and the Chargers extend their lead. So the corner, I'm pretty sure that was Caleb Farley, was really trying to play for the football. He wanted to get the interception rather than play the receiver, and it completely backfires. And then with nobody in front of Quez Watkins, well, we know nobody's going to catch up to Quez Watkins, so it's going to be an easy touchdown for the Chargers, and they're now on top 14-6. Again, not a good start for the pass defense. So the Titans have it back. Derrick Henry on first down loses a couple of yards, wrapped up by Joey Bosa. Derrick Henry and the run game have really not been all that good so far for the Titans, which is obviously a pretty big problem. 2nd and 11. Pace goes short for Treylon Burks, and he will get around 15 yards. Good throw. Good play after the catch by Burks. First catch of the game by a Titans receiver not named Scotty Piggins. 2nd and 10. King Henry loses 2 more yards, wrapped up by Sebastian Joseph Day, and the run game continues to be a major problem for the Titans offense. 3rd and 12. Pace looking up the middle. It's intercepted. Throwing it into traffic. It's picked off by J.C. Jackson. The Titans offense just looks completely out of sorts right now. They can't run the ball. Garrett Pace is not throwing the ball well. This is not good. So the Chargers have it back. 3rd and 7. Nice pass for a first down by Justin Herbert, who, unlike Garrett Pace, is balling right now for the Chargers. 3rd and 6. It's Keenan Allen, who's been on fire today, getting the first down. Herbert 12 for 14, 160 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He has been fantastic. Now at the 25, Herbert looks short, caught by Eckler, and he loses 6. There's a nice defensive play by Harold Landry, who's been a total game wrecker off the edge for the Titans this year, finishing 2nd in the AFC Defensive Player of the Year, even though he was the favorite most of the year. 3rd and 8, short throw for Eckler. He gets a few, but is wrapped up a few yards shy of the first down marker by Caleb Farley. And so the Chargers will look to kick the field goal, trying to get back up by 2 possessions now. Here is the field goal try, and it's a fake! The Chargers are faking the field goal! I don't get that at all. I think you gotta kick there. Take the 2-score lead, but instead the Chargers get cute, and the Titans weren't falling for any of that. So Tennessee gets the ball back. A big opportunity for Garrett Pace here in a 2-minute drill. Pace has not played well today, but he's hoping to change that here as he finds Moreau open to the 47. Tackled out of bounds by Jackson as that does stop the clock. 3rd and 6 of a 43 with a minute to go in the half. Titans with 2 timeouts. Pace goes short and Henry drops it. Gotta make that catch. That's right in your hands. The Titans could go for a 60-yard field goal, but instead they will elect to punt it. Interesting call there, and it is a really good punt down at the 5 out of bounds by Brett Kern. So presumably you'd think with the bad field position, the Chargers are just going to run out the clock, but they're not going to do that. They're actually going to try to drive down the field. They're going to be aggressive, and we'll see if it backfires as it's a short pass here on 2nd down for Quez Watkins. So now they're out of safety territory. They have a lot more room to work with a real opportunity of actually taking a 2-score lead this time. Herbert under pressure. He's intercepted! Christian Fulton with a huge play. This turnover could change the dynamic of this football game. The Chargers have clearly been in control here in the first half, but this interception in the red zone could really do the Titans wonders. Christian Fulton only caught 1 pick the entire season. His hands were made of butter, but when he needed to catch one, he does. And now the Titans really have an opportunity to make a play and put themselves back into the game. 2nd and 3. Pace goes short for Henry, gets by Kenneth Murray, and he is in for a touchdown. The King has entered his castle, and the Titans only trail by 2, and now they have a chance to tie it on a 2-point conversion. You can make the argument it's a little bit early in the game to go for 2, but the Titans are going to do it anyway after the touchdown here by Derrick Henry. We'll take another look at the touchdown first before seeing the 2-point try as King Henry very clearly fired up despite the fact that he has not had a good day today. He does make a nice play here in the pass game, outrunning Kenneth Murray, and the Titans now can tie it up on a 2-point conversion. They have not ran well in short yardage situations really throughout the past couple of months. They're going to try it here on the 2-point try, and Henry does not get it. Wrapped up a yard shy of the end zone by the rookie pass rusher, Shinogo Chushier, picked in the 2nd round out of Pitt. So the Chargers get the ball back, only up by 2 after the turnover with 30 seconds left in the half. They do have a timeout as Herbert takes a shot downfield. Good play by Juan Thornhill to break the pass up. If Quez Watkins had a little bit more space ahead of him, he would have taken that to the house. So we have made it here through the first half. The Chargers lead 14-12. It feels like the Chargers have been the way better team today, but the Titans are only down by 2, and they start with the ball in the second half. As we take a look at some of the other playoff games in the AFC, the Bengals play the Steelers, and then the Broncos play the New England Patriots. Of course, the Kansas City Chiefs are currently the number 1 seed. The lowest seeded winner will face off against the Chiefs. So hypothetically, if the Steelers and New England were to win their games, then the winner of this game would play against Kansas City. So as we go into the second half, we really need to focus on running the football better. We have not ran it well at all in the first half, and if we play like we did in the first half here in half number 2, there's no way we're going to win this game. We are very lucky to only be down by 2 points, and we need to capitalize. The interception by Christian Fulton really changed the dynamic of the game, but now we have to capitalize off of the dynamic and the momentum being shifted, because through the first 19 minutes, this game was all LA. We also got to focus on stopping the pass because Justin Herbert has been, well, Justin Herbert today. So we'll see what the Titans can do here early in the second half. First and 10, play action fake for Reddick. Pace looks to throw it up the middle for Treylon Burks, who gets the first down. Garrett Pace really has not been all that good today, which isn't really a surprise. He is an undrafted rookie, but we'll see what he can do in the second half. He's looking pretty good so far here in the third quarter as he makes a nice play for Pickens, who does a really good job there after the catch to the 28. But unfortunately, the starting right tackle, Nicholas Petit-Frere, is injured. The Titans' offensive line, particularly their tackles, have been banged up seemingly all season. On third down, it's a short throw for Burks, and they will give him the first down. That was pretty close, as Otio Ogbonnia is hurt on the play for the Chargers, one of their defensive linemen. Following play, Pace under pressure from both edge rushers, gets it over to Robert Woods, and he gets it to the 2. Garrett Pace has had a really nice drive, really throwing the ball well here. The intermediate passing game has worked to a T. And then on second and goal, it's the rookie, Rocket Reddick, with the touchdown. And the Titans take the lead. Even though the Titans really have not looked all that good today, they are winning. Good play here by Pace to go short for Reddick, who's able to break the tackle from Kenneth Murray, powering his way into the end zone. So the Titans now lead by 4, 18-14. And now the Titans are going to go for 2. They missed the 2-point try on their last possession, so they're going to try to do it again, make it a 6-point game, as it's Rocket Reddick once again scoring all 8 points on that possession. So interesting that they get the ball to Reddick instead of Derrick Henry there on the goal line, even though Henry is the more physical runner. But hey, I guess it worked out. So it's now 20-14, Chargers with it back. Here's Austin Eckler down the field, wrapped up past the 50. By the all-pro safety Kevin Byard. Eckler hasn't gotten the ball a ton, it feels like, mainly because the Chargers are throwing the ball so well, but I would like to see them mix in some more runs because Eckler has been pretty good today. 3rd and 3, nice play over to Gerald Everett. Bad coverage there by Caleb Farley, who has been pretty bad today for the Titans, I won't lie. He's not been very good. Now at the 23, about 4 minutes to go in the third. It's a handoff here for Austin Eckler. Gets by Cunningham and is laid out by Kevin Byard, but not before bringing it to the 11. The Chargers are marching on the doorstep once again as they look to take this lead back. 2nd and 2. Herbert with a quick pass. It's caught for a touchdown by the tight end, Gerald Everett. And with an extra point, the Chargers are now back on top, 21-20. So this game looks like it's really going to come down to the wire, assuming both teams keep it pretty even here. So that means Garrett Pace is going to have to continue to play well, but on 2nd and 9, he is sacked by Sebastian Joseph Day for a loss of 7. 3rd and long. Pace looks to throw it under more pressure. And if he completed that pass, Scotty Pickens was taking that to the end zone. Sucks that he misfired it, although he was under pressure. So the Chargers get the ball back under a minute to go in the third quarter. Short pass caught by Samuel Armbruster, the rookie tight end, who gets it to the 42 for another first down, tackled out of bounds. And that'll wrap up the third quarter. We've got a battle here in Nashville. The Chargers lead at 21-20. We'll see which team can ultimately take this game here in the fourth quarter. As on 3rd down, the pass is dropped by Fulton. Nearly had his 2nd interception of the game right in his hands. The Titans get it back. 3rd and 3. Good run by Derrick Henry, getting around 10. One of his better runs of the day, which doesn't really say a whole lot because obviously he has not had a great time running the ball. On 1st down, the run game gets right back to it as Derrick Henry loses 2. But Joey Bosa is hurt on the play. That's a pretty big deal for the Chargers, with him being one of their best players. 2nd and 12, Scotty Pickens open up the middle on the slant route. The Chargers' coverage within like a 15 to 20-yard radius of a line of scrimmage has not been good today, particularly towards the middle of the field. 1st down, Pickens is open downfield. He gets 27. Scotty Pickens is unstoppable. The Chargers can't stop him. They only hope they can contain him. From the 11. 1st and 10. Pace looks to throw it, and he has a wide open Scotty Pickens again. this time for a touchdown, and the Titans are going to take the lead. Garrett Pace is playing really well here in the second half, and Scotty Pickens, of course, continues to absolutely ball out. Again, the Chargers' coverage in the intermediate area of the field continues to be dreadful, really all game. The sideline is fired up. The offense stays out on the field again as they try to make it a 7-point game, and Pace misfires for Pickens. The Titans have gone for 2 on all 3 of their touchdowns today, only converting once. The Chargers have it back. Nice third down play over to Keenan Allen, who brings it to the 44-yard line for a Los Angeles first down. 2nd and 5 now, under 4.5 to go. Herbert is intercepted. Christian Fulton with his 2nd of the game. Herbert catches up to him, but not before getting stiff-armed by Christian Fulton. Have yourself a day, young man. I know it has not been an easy one for Christian Fulton this year, but today he's been phenomenal. He's gotten a lot of his snaps in the nickel today, and for the most part, he has really shut down Quez Watkins. And along with that, he's had 2 interceptions at 2 very big times in this game. The Titans now have a chance to ice it as Reddick gets the first down. The Titans right now are really regretting going for 2 because if they were up by 6 and kicked a field goal, they'd be up by 2 scores. Here's Robert Woods now, breaks a tackle. Woods is in for a touchdown. So I guess the Titans going for 2 doesn't really matter because they end up scoring a touchdown and now lead by 2 possessions with 3.5 minutes to go. Garrett Pace now has 4 passing touchdowns today, 3 of which in the second half, 2 of which within the past 6 minutes or so. And now the Titans are in clear control of this football game as they are now up by 12 after finally kicking an extra point. So now the Chargers sort of need a miracle. 2nd and 3. There's Eckler to the 45. And that'll bring us to the 2-minute warning. The Titans right now are balling out here in the 4th quarter. They lead by 12. They've just got to hold on, and they should be fine. 3rd and 6. Herbert looks to throw it. Has time. Takes a shot downfield, and it's caught by Quez Watkins, but out of bounds. So now it's 4th and 6. The game is pretty much on the line here. If the Chargers don't get it, I don't see how they can win. Herbert on 4th down. He overthrows Keenan Allen. Good coverage there by Christian Fulton as well. Fulton making another play as he's been really the defensive player of the game for the Titans. And now Tennessee's just got to choose some clock and they'll win this game. On 1st down, it's a handoff for Derrick Henry. Runs to the outside and he's going to get around 3. The Chargers call their first timeout. 2nd and 7. Pace. Back to Henry, up the middle, and he gets 2 more. The Chargers call timeout number 2. Now it's a 3rd and 5. It could be a passing play here. It's an RPO, and they got it. Scotty Pickens with the first down, and this game is over. The Titans trusted Garrett Pace to make the right decision on the RPO with the game on the line, and he makes the play. The Titans have won here in the wild card round, 33-21, and are moving on to the divisional round. Nobody thought the Titans would win this game. The Chargers were the hottest team in the league. The Titans had lost 2 of 3. The Titans have an undrafted rookie quarterback. But guess what? This team doesn't make excuses. They battled until the end of this game. When the Titans needed to make plays on both sides of the ball, they did just that. And our season lives another day. Got to give credit to the whole team here. Obviously, it was not pretty. We played poorly in the first half, but in the second half, when we needed to be clutch, we were clutch, outscoring them 13-0 in the 4th quarter. So as we look at the stats for the day, the passing numbers are especially interesting because, you've got 2 quarterbacks in very different spots. You've got one of the best quarterbacks in the league and an undrafted rookie. And to be honest, the undrafted rookie played a little bit better. Garrett Pace had by far the best game I've seen from him. 3 touchdowns in the second half. He was not very good in the first half, but once we got to the second half, he was accurate, he was confident, he was making big throws downfield, not just short passes. Justin Herbert, I thought, played pretty well too, minus the interceptions, which were obviously pretty costly, but I don't think he's to fault for the Chargers losing today. If you told me before the game that Derrick Henry would average 3.1 yards a carry, I'd say we're toast. So it's impressive that we were able to win without the run game. Scotty Pickens was fantastic. 8 catches, 152 yards, and a touchdown. I know it says he's hurt. He'll be fine next week. Don't worry about it. He looked fantastic today, really cementing himself, honestly, as one of the best receivers in football. I don't know how anyone can say otherwise at this point. Keenan Allen was also very good for the Chargers. Nobody else really stuck out on either team. Both offensive lines, for the most part, were quite good. I mean, you got two Defensive Player of the Year candidates on these teams, of Harold Landry and Khalil Mack, and both players were very quiet. Only one sack from both sides, and then, of course, Christian Fulton with the 2 interceptions, really making big-time plays when big-time plays were needed. And then Randy Bullock made both of his kicks as well. So overall, a really, really good win against a very good Chargers team. The Chargers have been playing better football than anybody over the last 2 months. So for us to beat them like that is really, really impressive, and it really gives me some confidence that maybe this team can make a run. I'm still not convinced that this team can win a Super Bowl with an undrafted rookie quarterback, but who knows? Maybe we could win another game or two here in the playoffs. I don't think it would be totally inconceivable for that to happen. I think if you look at the AFC playoff picture, the Chargers were one of the best teams there. Nick Petit-Frere suffered broken ribs. He'll miss really up until the Super Bowl if we were to make it there. But we'll be getting Taylor Lewan back. So overall, I would say a net positive. Let's simulate the week. Take a look at some of the other playoff games around the NFL. So some very interesting results. Starting with the Rams beating the Bucs. Not good for us because we had the Rams draft pick in the first round, but we also had the Bucs second round pick, so I guess it's not all that bad. The Lions win their first playoff game in 30 years, beating the Falcons in overtime. Clyde Williamson was unbelievable in his first playoff game, beating his hometown team in Detroit. Shout out to Clyde Williamson, really looking like that guy for Detroit. The Steelers beat the Bengals, the Niners beat the Saints, and then in the other game, Broncos country. Let's ride. Broncos country is riding high as they upset the New England Patriots. The Patriots were one of 2 home teams to lose, with the other one being the Bucs. Players of the week, Clyde Williamson, Shaq Barrett, Garrett Pace, and Minkah Fitzpatrick. 2 rookie quarterbacks winning players of the week. One of them was the number 1 overall pick out of Georgia. One of them, an undrafted rookie out of Georgia Tech. So let's now find out who will be playing in the divisional round. We're going to be headed up to Heinz Field to take on the number 2 seeded Pittsburgh Steelers for a spot in the AFC Championship. Interestingly enough, all of the even-numbered seeds won in the wild card round. The 2 seeds, the 2 4 seeds, and the 2 6 seeds all won. So that means we'll be playing against the Steelers while the Broncos play against the Chiefs. Then in the NFC, we have the Niners and the Lions, and then Dallas playing against the Rams. The Steelers beat the Bengals 41-24 in the wild card round, but at least according to the box score, their offense wasn't all that good. Kenny Pickett was solid. Najee Harris scored 4 times, but he also only averaged 3.3 yards per carry, which, to be fair, was more than Derrick Henry this past week. But still, I think this is a team we can beat. We played against the Steelers earlier in the season at Heinz Field and lost by 3, but that game was like super rainy. The weather conditions were kind of wild. I think we're going to have normal weather, so I think maybe that game could have been an anomaly, or maybe we'll see history repeat itself like we did with us beating the Chargers today. I'm not sure. We'll have to find out in the next episode. Make sure to stay tuned. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Peace out. Tighten up.